Marston's Domain.
Hey everyone, Marson here, and today I want to talk about Yooka Laylee because I want to do a review, but I've realized that I can't do a proper review because I honestly cannot say to either buy the game or not buy the game. So if you're looking for a review, I would recommend watching something else. If you're looking for someone who backed the game and just wants to talk about the game, I would suggest listening to the rest of this video. I was extremely excited for Yooka Laylee. I backed around $100 for it. I got the soundtrack, I got the game. I'm still waiting for the game on the Switch, but I tried the PC version for about 3 hours, I would say. And this is why I didn't want to give a review, because I don't think it would be fair to review it since I only put about 3 hours into it, and there's a lot more to the game. But this is why I want to make the video, is because when I started it up, I was excited, and it didn't take too long before I felt like, why am I playing this? And it was a really strange feeling. And I started to realize that I was really only playing it because of the hype that I had off of the nostalgia of wanting a true Banjo Kazooie 3. And this is where the game to me doesn't really work. And it's definitely a person-to-person thing. For me, the nostalgia was there, but it wasn't enough to make me want to play the game. When I would enter into a world, it seemed cool at first, and then within like 30 minutes, I was like, I don't really care to keep exploring. And that's what Banjo Kazooie didn't have for me. When I went to a world in Banjo Kazooie, I couldn't wait to run around and collect everything and do everything I could. And I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that the worlds seemed more connected. And I'm not even talking about all the worlds together. I just mean each individual world, everything in that world felt connected and it felt right. And in Yooka Laylee, it just does not feel that way to me. It just feels like it's big and they just kind of put stuff wherever they wanted. It just doesn't feel whole. I don't know. It's really strange to me. And the idea of playing Yooka Laylee, I get excited. And then again, within like that 30 minutes, I just already don't care. I don't care at all. I got through the first world, I expanded it. I got through the second world, I expanded it. Got to the third world, and I shut the game off. I haven't played it since. I'm waiting until the Switch version. I'm hoping maybe I'll get more of a drive to play it if it's on a home console. I know that really shouldn't make a difference, but it might. But I don't know, it's strange. I think with Yooka Laylee, at least for me, I could say for myself, is that I think they made the game that I thought I wanted. And that's what sucks the most, is I think they did an amazing job at trying to make a spiritual successor. But I think that's where the problem lies, is I think this game would have been better if they weren't trying to capture that nostalgia and making a essential spiritual successor. I think if they had just made their own game and not worried about doing that aspect, I think the game would have turned out a lot better. Because I don't want to discredit them for what they did, because if you're someone that is only looking for a spiritual successor to Banjo Kazooie, I think you will find it in this game. But it doesn't have the same feeling that Banjo Kazooie had. And I mean, that's almost like anything. I mean, a lot of times when there's something older that they try to bring back, a lot of times it's met with mixed reactions because people remember how good the old thing was, but sometimes what you remember is different depending on how it was experienced. I can speak for myself in saying that with Banjo Kazooie, I was very young when I played that. I had a lot more time to explore those worlds. I didn't know many other games back then. So your opinion is a lot different from going from a kid to now. Because now, I mean, people are calling Yooka Laylee the revival of the 3D platformer, but people are already starting to make this comparison, and sadly I am too. I think that's going to be Mario Odyssey. I mean, you look at Yooka Laylee and you look at Mario Odyssey, and it's, I mean, very, very drastically different. And I understand that the team size and the amount of money is drastically different. And that's where I don't want to come off as if I'm ragging on Platonic Games, because I'm not. I think they made a good game for what it is. But I don't look at it as some revival to the 3D platformer at all. I think that's Mario Odyssey. Mario Odyssey, to me, is taking the old formula, but... And again, I mean, I don't have the game, I haven't played it, so I don't know for sure, but it looks like they took the old formula and they're improving upon it. That's where Yooka Laylee lacked for me, and that's where I'm not ragging on Platonic Games, because they were trying to go for a spiritual successor. They didn't really have much room to try to work on quote-unquote problems from the past or to try to innovate on things that could be changed for games that come out now. So overall, I mean, I don't hate the game, but personally, I have no drive to finish it. None. And I've beaten Banjo Kazooie a bunch of times and collected everything a bunch of times. And this game, I don't even want to beat it once. So It's a shame, but again, I'm not ragging on Playtonic Games because I think they did exactly what they set out to do. And that's why it sucks that it happened this way. But I think that's why they got so many negative reviews, because the game itself, as a game in 2017, just, it doesn't feel right. I don't know. There's just something about it. I don't have a drive to want to play it. Whereas Banjo Kazooie, I could probably play it right now, play it longer than I did with Yooka Laylee in one sitting and have more fun. And it's just a shame. And again, it's because of, in my opinion, it's because of them trying to really harness that nostalgia and trying to make a spiritual successor. I think Yooka Laylee could have been a much better game if they had not tried to go for that. So that's my opinion on Yooka Laylee. Hopefully I'll be able to beat the game when I get it on Switch, but as of now, I have no interest in beating it on PC. So that's all I have to say about this. Let me know in the comment section below how you feel about Yooka Laylee, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take care, everyone.